Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in and welcome to another tutorial on a survival house here. So this house, actually, it's a little unusual. I'm going to show you how to make this house, and I made this house in a world that I was just starting, and now I'm not going to do a series on. Long story short, it's because when you're in the Minecraft betas, you don't have access to realms, and I need access to a realm. So I recorded an episode, and then I realized I need access to a realm, so I can't use the. I had to convert my account back away from beta. So anyway, long story short, I thought the house I ended up with was pretty cool, so I'm going to share that with you. It's the house that's in the thumbnail, and I definitely watched through to the end. But because since this wasn't a house that I pre-planned in a creative world, it's just a kind of an amalgamation of other houses I built. It has kind of an interesting roof line, so there's a few changes I make on the fly, all the way almost to the end, in order, because you'll notice when you see me do the first piece of the roof here, when I get the main roof on, you will notice that, well, that doesn't look like the thumbnail. Well, don't worry, I correct for it, and that's why the episode is a little long for a house tutorial. I think this episode's like 18 to 20 minutes, something like that. So anyway, enough blabbing, and I appreciate you tuning in, and let's get down to building the house. Okay, so we're going to build the house now. This is just going to be a starter house, and this is laid out in basically two squares. So the big square here, these outer blocks are 9 apart, which leaves 7 by 7 in the middle, and then this is a 5 by 5 small square, and it intersects with the 9 by 9, so it shares this one section here. And this is going to be a front porch. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to dig out some blocks here where the flooring is going to go. Okay, so I see that I had only did this 8 wide, so I had to fix that, so I just moved these over. Okay, so now this is correct. The big square is 9 by 9, and the small square is 5 by 5. So, okay, we are going to now proceed with digging out where the floor pieces go. Okay, so we've got these two sections dug out here. So this is the front porch, and that's going to be the interior of the house. So for the interior, we're going to use birch slabs. I like using birch, oh my goodness, too nice. I like using birch slabs for floors on my starter house because it's not too extravagant, but it's a light color, so it does reflect a lot of light. So that's really what I like about the birch. Plus, early game, birch is pretty easy to come by usually, and that is the case in this particular instance. Okay, and for our front door threshold and for the porch, we're going to use stone, but we're going to mix it up a little bit of cobblestone, a little bit of andesite, and a little bit of gravel. Okay, very good. So here we have our front porch area, and this is the first floor interior. All right, so now we're going to go up, we're going to go on all these posts. These two up front, they're just going to be a total of 4 high, so we need to go 3 more here. All right, these guys can be a total of 6 high, so they're going to go up 5 more. Okie doke, now we're going to attach these all with cross beams all the way across. Okie doke, and now we have something like this. Right now it's looking pretty square, but that's okay. We've got a pretty cool roof going on, and so we'll take care of it there. All right, so for the roof, we're going to use a spruce outline and an oak interior. So we're gonna do the smaller porch roof first, because if we put the big roof on first, then we try to get this one on, the part of the roof that's under the bigger roof is going to be a little bit tough to get to. So it's definitely easier if we put the bottom roof on first. Okay, so we started just by putting a line of stairs out, pretty typical. And I'm gonna wait to be able to take a sleep here before I get up there and we start the next step. Okay, fantastic. So here we are on the porch roof. Okay, so it's gonna start off like a normal little roof here, where we're gonna do the upside down thing, and then here's what's gonna differ just a little bit. So we're gonna go up with a full block here. Now, anytime we go up by a full block, we're gonna also come out this way with an upside down stair, and then turn the corner this way. All right. That. Now with this roof, it's a smaller roof, so we probably will only go out that one time on this one, because we really don't have that far to go. Okay, and I really think we're halfway. Let's go on the other side and get this done. So upside down here, full block there. Then we're going to come out forward. And then over. Okay, so I went one too many, so let's take this guy out. Okay, we're going to remove that one. Okay, and then this one should be an upside down stair from this direction. All right, and now we need a temporary block right here. Okay, and then we're going to make the log. We're going to have the log come out. All right, remove the temporary block, and then we'll continue on with the log. All right, and I think, yeah, it has to stop here because then that part of the roof is going to be there. Okay, now we just fill this in with oak. So that's what the outline is going to look like. And we're going to put a trap door right up there. There you go. Then we can hang a lantern. Whenever we get lanterns, we can hang a lantern from here. Okay, so with the oak, whatever we've done on the face, we're going to carry that all the way back. So we started with a full block right there. So we'll do that in oak. Okay, now this one is a stair, so we're going to do that in oak. And we have a stair here. So we've got this half of the roof done. That's what that looks like. And now I'm going to go over there and do the other side. Okay, so now we got both sides of the roof done. Now we got to take care of this, because as this stands, this is a spawnable space, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cap it off with a stair there. Bring that out, and then put a trapdoor on top. Okay, so now none of this is spawnable. And here we're going to do every other one trapdoor. And every other one of those a slab. Okay, so now none of these are spawnable space, and it kind of gave us kind of a interesting shape. So we can break these couple of blocks out right now, because I do not believe we need to get up on here anymore. So that's what the little overhang looks like there, and it's kind of a little interesting architectural feature, and that's what really. So the top roof is going to be similar to this one, but it's going to come out a little bit, and that's really what keeps the fact that these are just basically two squares. It keeps it from looking quite just like that. So now the other thing we're doing, we're going to detail the bottom of the roof here as well. So what we'll do is we'll alternate slabs and trapdoors. There's a few really good builders that I picked this up from. This is not my original concept, but it gives it a lot of dimension and an interesting shape instead of just having a straight line. And that's kind of what we got going here. So that looks pretty cool. Okay, so the concept is going to be the same, right? So we're going to go ahead and start us off like a regular standard roof here. Okay, upside down stair there. Then we're going to do a full wood plank there. And again, anytime we do a full block, then we're going to put on the face of it coming out, we're going to put an upside down stair. And then the next stair will go on top of that, and we'll make our turn going this way. Upside down stair here. We're going to do a full block again, which, whoops, that's not a log. A plank, since it's a full plank. We're going to come out one, make the corner. This is going to do a couple of things, and I think that's probably all we need to do, because we're starting to get close to the middle. The other thing this is going to do is, when I was considering the roof type, I thought we might either do this sort of a roof, or we might do a roof with a dormer. I decided with this one because this will give us a bigger second floor. Since we're going pretty vertical pretty quick on the sides of these roofs, it's going to give us a lot of overhead, as you'll see once we get in there. Okay, so there you go. So now we're just going to go ahead . Okay, and that, I believe, is the center. So here, we're going to place an upside down stair configured like so. And I believe this is where the log's going to go, but just in case I'm wrong, I'm going to go ahead and get the other side on. Okay, let's jump down and take a look at that, see if we like the way that looks before I continue it, or if I need to do the full block one more. Yeah, I think that needs to go out more. I think it looks funky right here where it goes straight out, so here I need to make that come out one more time. Okay, there we go. So now we go to our temporary block. Okay, now we use our full logs. Alright, that ought to be far enough. If it's not, if it doesn't look right, we will come back and add some more length to that. But at any rate, here we go. We're going to go back now. Okay, it's hard to tell exactly how far back from that side. We're going to assume that this is okay. If it's not, we will come back and fix this. But for now... Okay, we're going to do the same treatment here, because we got to make this not spawnable. Okay, fantastic. So we got interesting texture up here, and it's not spawnable anymore. Let's go down and see. Let's take a look at that, see if we like the looks of that roof line. You could make the argument that that top one should go out a little farther. We'll go ahead and see what it looks like when it's all done. All right, so now we got to go ahead and bring these back. Well, before we bring those back, we're gonna continue the outline in the spruce, and then we'll see how far back we're gonna go. On the back of the house, because this is a starter house, it's gonna have the same shape going up like so. But I'm not going to use the resources and the time to make it lean out like that. It'll look fine just being kind of straight up and down this way in the back. And for a starter house, I think that's fine. This is probably more time than I wanted to spend on a starter house, especially since the point of this world is the all the new features anyway. But at any rate, let's go ahead and finish making this roof. Okay, so we got the roof line going on here, and it looks pretty good, except this was bugging me that one was shorter than that one, but now that it's out there, it seems like it overhangs the roof too much. I might go up and put something up there to make it look a little bit more supported, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so let's move on to the walls and the ceiling and the floor to the second store. So we're going to go ahead and do a little spruce outline there, and then we can pop a window in there. There's going to be a double window here, double window here. That's going to be a back door. Then there's going to be a single window here and a single window there, and then this side's going to be just like that side. So we got a well, double window here, double window there. Okay, so the rest of these are oak. Okay, and then above the windows, we need to do upside down stairs here to finish framing them in. Okay, that's what that side looks like. Mr. Horse, you might want to get out of there. You know, I don't have a saddle, but I went ahead and I tamed a few of these horses anyway. And I did that because I thought that maybe they would stick around, even though I don't have a saddle for them. For when I do get a saddle, then I'll have a choice of horses. One of the horses I hopped on, again, I didn't have a saddle, so I wasn't really controlling him, but he was moving around quite fast. So, and he didn't have a lot of health. So a lot of times that you get a trade-off. If it's real fast, it either doesn't jump very high, or he doesn't have a lot of health, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so we're gonna have a door here, so we're gonna need to cap this off at 2. Maybe we can pop a little transom window in there. And these are going to be tall, skinny windows. Okie doke, that's looking fairly well. Now, you know, one of the things I noticed we didn't do, we need to go ahead and detail the bottoms of the overhang the way we did on the other part of the roof. Well, wouldn't you know it, we're one trapdoor short. We may need trapdoors for other stuff too, but so we're going to make some more at any rate. Okay, so I finished the walls. I put a couple doors on, and I also that log up on top is exactly the same length. All I did was I just added a couple stairs and a trapdoor here, making it come out at more of an angle. I think that looks much more proportional there, and that looks 100% better. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw some windows in, and then really the house on the first floor will be secure. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the ceiling in down here, which is going to be the floor for the second story. And we're going to do that with birch slabs. And we're going to go ahead and make this so you'll have a ring around it here. We're going to go ahead and make the, well, I'm going to have the ladder go up right there. So we're going to leave a little opening here. And so that we can set things on the floor up there, we're going to make it the top half of a slab. Okay, so I got the ceiling in and the ladder's up. Now it's starting to get dark down here. So we're just going to, for now, since we don't have any iron to make lanterns with, we're just going to place a few torches in here. That ought to do the trick, and we should probably do the same up top, because as soon as I close these in, it's going to get fairly dark in here. So I'm just going to plop some torches around. All right, so on this one, there's not a whole lot of room here for windows, so I probably won't put a window in here. Okay, so let's see. So this is our center post here. So we'll do spruce in the center. That way it'll line up with this cross beam as well. All right, those are up, and now we will go ahead and strip them. Okay, I think that's going to look pretty cool from the outside. Now this side, I'm going to fill these in, and then I'll break out the window. That'll probably be easier. Okay, pretty good sized window in there. That looks pretty good. Let's go, and that's going to finish the upstairs here for now until we get some better amenities. I'll probably move my bed up here pretty soon because, again, I like beds on the second floor because if you find yourself in trouble, oftentimes this is far enough away from the mobs where even if there's some hostile mobs down there, you can still get to sleep. Of course, that doesn't help if there's spiders climbing your walls. Okay, I think it looks pretty good from that angle. Let's go in the back and take a look at that window real quick. I think that's going to look pretty cool. Yeah. That looks pretty good. And then when we can, you know, although, I don't know, that looks pretty odd to me. I might change that, but for now, I think that's okay. Okay, now I've got a few more details to do around the outside of the house, and I've got to put the fence in around here, the gate in the front, and I will be right back as soon as I'm done with that. Okay, so we are done with the house for today. I'm going to show it to you in a second. We got the village behind us. I was out at night and had to kill a couple of zombies and picked up a little bit of leather. So, okay, here we go. Here's the big reveal. All right, so there she is. So I think she looks pretty good. And we got a little garden started. All right, so on this side of the house, we got some crops growing. We got a couple of half crop circles here. And the texture looks pretty good from the underneath part. The adjustment I made to adjust for that long beam, I think that turned out pretty good. And we got a little staircase in the front here leading up. We got our front gates. And I haven't done anything with the interior. We'll do that in a future episode. And pretty much from this side, looks pretty much the same, just no garden. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with this for a starter house that I didn't intend to spend that much effort on for something that's not even the point of this series, this limited series here, until which will run until 1.18 comes out. I think it's a pretty good house. We got plenty of room in there, and we are good to go. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this time. And if you've enjoyed this video in any way or you learned anything, please drop a like and consider subscribing to my channel. You won't miss any videos that way, and it'll help me out. It'll keep me making videos like this one that either entertain you or help you out. So I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.